Welcome everybody to 48 Talk episode number 36. I am your host Rage Bali as always. Joining me this time is the usual crew of DX Takamina on the right, Derek on the bottom left and Yeo on the bottom right. What's up everybody?
Yo yo!
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
So,
There we go.
last week we talked about the 47 singles coupling songs, and then like in a day or something, all the short version came out. Yay!
much.
Yay!
Timing, man. Timing.
Great
So,
timing.
basically,
Uh,
we're gonna continue our talk about the 47
Yeah,
single
pretty
because
much.
we all watched the short versions. Except
Yep.
for full version of Shoot Sign came out, and it sucked.
Yep, pretty
Mhm.
much. Oh boy.
Okay.
7 minutes though. That's 7 minutes though.
7 minute story. Okay, so basically the premise of the story, they are going to throw this in Tofu Wrestling. By the way, quickly, where is it? Where is it? Quickly.
Oh, spoiler.
Spoiler alert, quickly.
Spoiler.
Newest episode of Tofu Wrestling sucked. And that includes my episode review of that.
Yep, pretty much.
There
Okay.
you go.
Well, the MV was, it's the story about the legend, Haruna, you know, with the mask, like tiger mask, he's on there.
Tiger Mask, yep.
And it has a lot of wrestling involved. They used real female wrestlers from Japan, and they're made it so obvious. They used a stunt double for Kojima during the ring.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some nice cuts in there, and it has a nice story. The MV boosts a little bit of the music, but the song is so bad. The only
Doesn't
thing,
save it.
the only
Doesn't
thing
save
I
it.
liked, and that's the whole reason they made it a 30-man Sambatsu, is when they're all in the ring in the black and whites, and they're like, you know, like brawling in there, like
Oh right.
West Side Story type, and that's the only thing I liked in the whole music video. What are your guys' thoughts on this version?
We should go with Yayo on that first, because
Yeah.
clearly she's into it.
I actually on the 7 minute video, like what do you call that? I actually was not watching it. I'm sorry, but like on the 2 minute video, just saying like because it's connected to the Tofu Pro Wrestling. All I just have to say is this sign. So
Yeah.
Too sweet.
sorry.
Too sweet. They're going to link the MV with Tofu Wrestling. So now the next episode preview showed Kojima Haruna showing up, and they're going to tell the story. So it's just one big propaganda for the new music video, and I don't know. I think they wasted all their time on Tofu Wrestling. Sadly, the only thing good out of it is Matsuya Junya actually becoming a wrestling fan and now
Yep.
going to wrestling shows. She was to recently New Japan show, and now she does Naito moves in the video, or she does in Tofu Wrestling stuff like that. So and she has Rainmaker gear on the music
Yep.
video. That's the only good
And-
thing coming out of it.
And her finisher is from Tanahashi, which
Oh, right,
she has
right.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hammer
yeah.
shot with.
Smash, the frog splash.
It's called Joriata!
Yeah, basically, the Road to WIP they showed Tetsuya. I'm saying right? No.
Tanashi.
Tanahashi. He showed up with Julia to make a photo shoot, and he learned her the frog splash. And Julia
Yep.
just cute in that. It's just
Yeah.
even the wrestler was like, "Oh my God, she's so cute. Why?" But that's pretty cool, and we're still hoping, all of
Yeah.
us. Kenny Omega, come on.
Yeah, come on, please make it happen. Make it happen. Save the show, Kenny. Save the show.
All right.
Drina kind of reminds me of Mochi, like with her Kenta Kobayashi
Yeah.
fetish.
Yeah.
Like she's slowly like progressing into this new world for her, and I'm very happy for her. But then again, it's Drina. This girl, she's a chameleon. You know, she can assimilate into anything. So
Yeah, she was at the show. She had the Los Mercos hat on, and every time they
Mhm.
pan to the audience, I see her, and she's like with a big smile, going like,
right.
Yeah. Oh man.
"I'm gonna expect her to be at Wrestle Kingdom 12, but then guiding someone to the ring. I don't know."
Yeah.
That'd be
Exactly.
cool.
Manager
That'd be
role.
cool.
Manager role.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, she won.
Yeah. So the other versions came out. Let's talk about the graduation song of Koji Haru first. Sucked. It's the red-headed child is back again from
Yep.
the Pararu Senbatsu. I don't know why, it creeps me out. The song is weak, it sucks. Hey, Takamina's there, that's nice. That's it.
Yeah,
Basically,
perfectly summarized. Perfectly summarized. Sorry to anyone who thinks it's good. It's not. Sorry.
Let's go to the good ones though. Let's go to the
Yeah.
first one, U19 or under 19 age
Yeah.
song. That's
Yes.
pretty fun.
HaruJuu. It's a fun, yeah. It's fun.
All like these members. They show 'em, like in different times in fashion, and it's a very upbeaty song, a little bit dancing, a little bit fun, perfect for their styles. And yeah, I like it. It's definitely a coupling song. It wouldn't be on a major single, but
Nope.
I like this one.
Call it an
Yeah.
experiment, but it seems good for now, so yeah. I'm not complaining at all, so.
Yep.
Yeah. There is some girl in that
Yeah.
single too that you like. I think. What's her name? What is it? What is that? Oh, it's
Oh,
Kojo.
right.
What did you think, Yayo?
Me on I don't know who tweeted that. I think it was Jury who tweeted it. Like all the 5 main members in that MV were like born in 1999. So there were like what do you call that? They were doing like on the full part because she spoiled a bit like, oh yeah, we were wearing, all 5 of us, we were wearing the 1997 uniforms at the MV. So like this is basically the Seijin Shiki next year. Like this 5 members are like gonna be in front. Like the coming of age, this is like the main 5 that you have on thing already.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy next year.
Uh-huh.
There are a lot of strong members going to be on that list.
Yeah, no doubt. I actually I think out of all the coupling songs, this might be my second favorite, just because I like the outfits, the uniforms. It's a strong song. Of course the production of it is beautiful. But AKB is kind of known for their production value when it comes to videos. So like even if you don't necessarily like a song, you're gonna love the filming of it because they just have the best filmers. So kudos to whoever's doing that for them or whatever. But I would say the best part about this is just, for me, I think we were talking about prior to the show, just seeing how short some of these girls are. Like Mion is so small in this, and then Nachan not much bigger, but it really kind of like sometimes when you watch videos you don't get a sense of how tiny these girls really are, and then when you actually go to handshake events, as Yayo can attest, I'm sure. Like you're like, whoa, like you're not that big, but they look so gargantuan in videos, but not this one. This one, I really got a sense of like their height. I know it's a weird observation, but it made me happy.
No, it's when I always see Kojimako on stage, and especially during the Team 4 stages, her legs are like this, like very big, and I'm thinking, is she big or something? No, she's actually very tiny, but it's just compared to the others. It's
exactly.
It's so weird to me. Every time I see her in a skirt compared to other members, her legs are huge, humongous. But in real fact, it's like, what? I don't know, this big maybe?
Right, like when you look at like you Kieran, like and her legs are like so incredibly long and like gorgeous, sexy, and all that. Like I wonder how it would be like if I were to be face to face with her and see how tall like she is, and see are they really? I mean, this is the way you wear your clothes and outfits can make you kind of look bigger than you are, of course. But it was nice. I don't know. And overall, like the song itself was pretty darn decent. It wasn't bad.
No,
Exactly.
Okay. SKE 48 Vacancy.
Yes.
Oh man.
Pretty fun. It's upbeat. I like the clip. I think a lot of went into a wash, thanks to all the paint they were throwing around. I do like the fact though they showcase their strong stuff. So it's of course centered by Matsui Jurina.
Of course.
But
of course.
We're saying SKE was in trouble, and it looked like it. But when I see this, a lot of new faces are showing more up. They're giving more screen time, and I think SKE is getting stronger, and maybe this will be the start of SKE getting back on top again. Of course,
it the beginning. Call it the beginning to recovery, I would say.
Yeah. They have some news announcement, of course, when the graduation stage of that last member happened. They appointed a new team as leader, and for some reason it's Kitagawa Ryoha. So I'm wondering how that will work. And they announced a new TV show, a new variety show. Basically, none of it, but it's on a new TV channel. And I believe people can vote on who the MC of every episode will be. So, Okabe, hopefully. That would be pretty fun to have that reunion.
Yeah, I think in terms of this video, like again, production value is amazing. I like the sparseness of it and how it's very like white centered, like
Yeah.
a lot of hues of white. Mayoshi was in it, so you know, I caught a nice glimpse of her. They gave her a little bit of camera time where she did her signature face in the camera move.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I did like you said, Robin, like they did give some screen time to a little bit newer members. I don't want to say newer, but just maybe not on the minds of AKB fans in general, like Soda Serena. Serena got a decent amount there, which was cool. And overall, things are on the up and up for SK. Just after we got done saying it might not be so bad, then they come out the TV show announcement. This video is solid. Jarina's doing her center thing and doing it well. Yeah, this could be the start of the rebirth, and I really hope it is. Like you were saying, DX, I hope this is the beginning of something. And it's kind of interesting that the title of this is what, Vacancy.
Vacancy, yeah.
It's like, you know, we're vacating, but we're gonna start over or something like that. I don't know.
Well, there's some room. That's what it is. Vacancy.
Right.
Come on, new members.
Exactly. Come on, come on in and let's get this going again. Let's get the SK domination.
Exactly.
Take
in
your top
full
spot.
fact, you know.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, and what I want to add to that is in the video everything is white. You can compare it to having a new blank canvas to paint on, pretty much.
Oh, good point. Good point. That's probably that
deep.
symbolism's probably there. Yeah, absolutely. Smart. Very smart.
NMB 48, centered by Ryoma Meru.
Shiroma Miru.
From a meter.
I like her being in center. Saine is still there, and she's it's not her fault, but she's sucking up all the airtime.
Yeah.
And Momoka in a dress.
Yeah.
It doesn't work, right? Yeah.
That's just the weird part, but the song is, I don't know. It's it's a coupling song. It's
Oh,
yeah. Go ahead.
I'll go.
speaking of Kinoshita, Yuka, like her being in Tofu wrestling is just awesome. Just saying. So.
Yeah.
She hasn't said one thing yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's
Me
why
too.
she's awesome. Like she's not like doing anything at all, and like all she does is just look cool and no freaking.
Look angry and just with a smile. It's like,
The wicked smile, yeah, the wicked smile.
I mean, it goes back to everything I'm saying about AKB. Like their future is girls like her, like girls that just make you smile the minute you see her. They don't even have to do anything. I'd say though about this video is my least favorite of all of them, and I hate to say that because I'm such an NMB fan. I love all their dance tracks. This had like more of like an old school idol feel at some parts, but the problem is it was just too scatterbrained. It was everywhere. Like they didn't know. It felt like they didn't know what direction they wanted to go in the song. And I think, you know, like when you look at like some of the powerhouse NMB songs, like, you know, Kamenegix or Must Be Now, their strong suit are dance tracks, like EDM style, and they should stick to that, man. Like I don't think this was a good structured song as far as everything goes. And like you said, Saine, she just, I don't know, she's just so over dominating. Like it's hard to see anyone else. It really is.
Miru,
I hate to say that.
Miru looks hot though, in that.
Oh, of course, but she's hot in life.
Yeah.
You know?
As I was saying in my Twitter, like Shiroma Miru is the center, but it totally feels like Sayane because of her voice. And like all that
She
airtime.
overpowers
Like,
everyone.
like that's the second line. Why are you zooming in the second line, not in the front line? I'm like, what is this?
You know, it's like Cyane 48 and NMB 48. You know, it's like when they blend, it's sometimes it's like NM Cyane 48. That's how I look at it, because it's just, she's just so much of a big icon, like her own figure now. You know, it's kind of like that's what's smart about Sashi. She doesn't suck up the airtime with HKT. She lets HKT members get almost all the spotlight, especially when we talk about the MB. That's kind of true. But I would say, like, with Saine, she can't help it. It's just, I think that's how they position NMB. They know Saine is the queen. Like, and then you have Shiroma Miru on her coattails, like, hi, but I look at me because I'm super hot, and it just doesn't quite work because she doesn't have the pipes like Saine does, and she doesn't have the personality either. Nothing against Miru fans though, because I love her. I love Miru. I'm starting to really get into her, but it's all Saine all day.
Yeah.
Yep.
HKT 48.
Yeah.
Clocks. All clocks, all day. Clocks. Everything clocks related. Stop motion figure, you know, everything with Alice in Wonderland stuff, you know, walking very slowly. Like, we get it. It's about clocks.
Yeah.
Forgettable.
Okay. You know, well, here's the thing. First of all, I thought the video was gorgeous, though. I thought, again, production value amazing. I like the fact that Sashi did not take up the airtime here because, again, she's very smart about production, and I think she knows her presence would overwhelm. She let Harupi and like Sakura-tan, of course, naturally. Like I consider them like the double Matsui of HKT. Like they had a lot of the time. But here's the thing: 2 points about one, Tashima Miru. Tashima had a real nice couple shots in this. I don't know if you noticed her in the back, but there's a couple parts where like she was showing off a lot of her leg, and I think that's good for her because, again, considering all of her body issues that she's been kind of shamed on, or at least supposedly by Sakura-tan, she looks fantastic in this video.
That's another
Absolutely
good example,
amazing.
actually. It's still same for her. She looks like, oh my god, you're so big and husky and like that. And then you watch her at showroom, it's like, wow, you look very fit.
Yeah.
You know?
No, she looked darn fit in this. But two, my second point is that the problem I have with the song, and actually with like most of these songs, is that with AKB, what they try to do, because they have so many songs, they try to go to all different genres, and like some work and some don't. But again, just I think what we talked about before, and I'll say it again, there was this classic moment in AKB's history where you had this vintage sound, you know, the Ogoi Diamond, the ponytail, that had, it was AKB. Like that was AKB to me. They blended so much well there. Now what it feels like is they're just taking stabs. We'll do disco this week. We'll do EDM last year.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be, who knows? We'll go back to classic '80s idol style, like, or '90s idol, where it's like that. It's like the heart beating. It's just pick something and just do it well, or go back to the old vintage AKB and do that, because that's the AKB I love as far as songwriting goes, where it's AKB instantly. You know what I mean? Here, I don't know. I mean, sometimes if I didn't see the MVs and stuff, I don't know what idol group I'm listening to, because you put all these songs together, it sounds like 5 different groups sometimes. Yeah. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, you're exactly right on that point. The whole reason is, since they're out so long and their fan base is still a huge factor, they realize we don't need to do much effort on the songs, because a lot of the majority will be sold because of handshake events. And that's why they're thinking, oh, they only care about the bonuses. They don't, if the song is manageable, passable for it's okay, not a huge hit, and then they throw it out there maybe for, I don't know, Sosenkyo or maybe other part that like, we need really to boost this sales, they'll throw out a Bokutachiwa or Love Trip from last year. I think that's the format this year. So they're trying new things, and they're trying to find that sound because they're able to. There's like, it will be sold anyway because people buy it anyway. That's the whole problem with people anyway, because everybody's like, like in video games, it's like, man, this new Call of Duty sucks. All right, DLC, right? Just gotta play. It's or maybe a new expansion of a game come out. Oh man, it sucks. It isn't like the old game, but I got it because I spent so much time in this game. And it's like, if people would like say no and stop, and sales would decline, they're like, all right, we're sorry. Here's the new song. We're gonna blow it out of the park. But it's like, yeah.
Okay, but here's to me though, it's like, and I'm looking at it from a musical standpoint, especially the HKT song, because the HKT coupling song out of all these is a really good example of what I'm trying to get at. It's like, I come from like the hardcore metal world, and one of the things about hardcore bands particularly is they put out the same album 20 times, and it's literally a lot of the same 4 chords and a breakdown. But what people don't understand is, if you like hardcore, that's not a bad thing. That's like a good thing, that you have your band and they have a signature sound. You don't want their next album to be something, based in ska, or
bluegrass.
Or bluegrass. So it's very jarring sometimes, and it works sometimes with AKB when they foray into new stuff. More often than not, I feel like it doesn't, and sometimes I just wish they'd understand, if you're going to imitate anything or go back to anything, just go back to classic AKB. That's it. Just do that. But like you said though, they put out stuff like Love Trip and their Bokutachiwa to Takawanai and stuff like those songs are just ridiculously good. So I know they can do it. It's just, do it often, do it all the time.
I just pictured a metal band teaming up with Simon and Garfunkel, and sounds
what the hell?
My point exactly.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Continue.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, I was just my last thing I was saying. I'm waiting for them to do like idol metal next, because it's coming. You wait. We're gonna have like, it's gonna be like NMB or like,
featuring
it'll be
baby metal.
Yeah, pretty
It'll be
much. Yeah.
it'll be Team 8 because Team 8 can do anything and they do it well because Team 8's just like gods and like they're just unstoppable. So I can see Team 8 being like the next like baby metal for AKB. Like you'll see it, you'll watch. It's gonna be the next genre. I guarantee it.
Haven't done it still, so.
Not true.
Alright, so then it's NGT48. This was nice. The song isn't that special, but the music video is fun and cutesy.
Yep. Gold as well. Yeah, gold as
Just
well.
saying.
That's why we're wearing all hoodies, because we saw the video.
Yeah. Because we're prepared, you know, we have our hoodies on.
In honor of NGT, yep.
Oh, that works.
Oh wow.
Okay, how does
I
it
can't
work?
tell if you guys are making fun of me or you're just joining me.
No,
No,
no.
because it's NGT time. You know,
Ah,
it's
gotcha.
cold. We need our hoodies on.
It's actually cold here. That's why I have my hoodie on. But anyways.
No, but it's very cute. I want to see the full version because they were actually put on skis and were down the slopes and throwing snowballs. You know, having fun in the snow, and that's lovely. The song is.
Right.
I hope their first real single when it comes out on 12th April is it will be a lot better. Centering though on NGT, it's still Okapi.
Yep.
Do it.
Kappa.
Okapa.
Okapa.
Okapi is the one from Hika.
Yeah.
No, that would fine. I have nothing else.
Yeah, it's cookie cut. I mean,
Yeah.
Okapa fits it though really well. She looks like the type of girl to be outside, like playing in the snow and having a good time. I don't know if that makes sense, but just it fit NGT's like lolly side, I guess. It is okay. I mean, it's if you like that kind of stuff, you'll love this video. You'll love everything about it. It's idols having fun. I can't complain.
Yeah.
I have a rant about this. Like,
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
so
Go for it.
when so they're basically doing the HKT route with NGT route right now. Because you know what happened with Haru too, like she never got her thing until the third single, like the true ace of the group. Like this is basically what's happening with Katomina right now. So like that's my
Yeah.
rant. But I like the video, but like so you're gonna announce Katomina as the center of like the ace, but you're not gonna put her in the ace. So are you basically saying you're going the HKT route as well when like they're really strong already? So yeah, that's what I'm just saying. So
Yeah, I think they will.
Might be actually.
But it also could be something internal, like because maybe there's something with Katamina that, like like you were saying, Ramen, before we talked about the AKB show, like why don't you? I mean, that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, basically what happened in AKB48 show, they showed a segment of they had a concert at a snow castle in Niigata, and they were starting to do the shooting for the like the not review what's the word, journalism, broadcast. I can't find
Report.
the word. Thank you. Report. They were doing the report of the event, and there was happening. The Kato Minami was angrily talking to the manager of NGT, and the manager was sitting in his chair like I'm sitting, and Kato Minami was standing there, and she's like, "Just let me do it. I can do it." No, and she's like, "No, no, no, no." And they were talking about she injured her hand a while ago, but now it's fixed. She can do everything again. It's like, "No, no, let me do my flip that I always do." But it's snowy, what they felt, and
Yeah.
you're out again.
Yep.
It's like, all right, I'm gonna show you. Then she like gave him photos, like, hold it, and then she angrily went to the snow and she did her flip, and she's like, "Ora, see it? Let me do it." And they were laughing. It's like, all right, fine. So she did it, but she showed, it's funny at that time, but you gotta remember, you rebelled against the guy who's
Management.
running the show.
Yep.
And in
Maybe not-
in
yeah.
AKS history, when you rebel against management or do something that management doesn't like, it always comes to bite you back in the ass, So
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I
We'll
agree with you, Yayo. I mean, like
I like
you
your
know,
side of her though.
Yeah, no, me too. She doesn't take no crap, man. Katamina's my girl. Like her and Maholan or Maholan, I can never say her name. Like I should after watching that video for like 3 hours. But like I think in that case, like with Katamina, she's a dominant personality. She's very strong-willed. And that's obvious. And I think again, she's slowly getting into that Fuji Reina territory of being underrated and not used. And I hope, like what you're saying, is true. I hope they're just waiting to like bust this girl out. And you know, she should. I mean, let's not forget, wasn't she like the only one out of NGT that even ranked in Sasenkyo last year?
Yep.
So
well, to be fair, Ogoni Yuka was at 90. What? 90 something. 90.
yeah, but
91, and then
Yes.
Nakai Rika was at 90 or 92, something like that.
true.
So
But
it's very close though, because she was at basically 80.
True.
Yeah, the thing is though, you can tell that they are elevating members, and because Kato Minami was the first to be profiled, you know, on Chome Chome first with Milky,
Yeah.
of course,
Of
and
course.
that was a very influential episode. They're like, okay, you can take a backseat. You're well known. You got your flip that everybody loves, personality. So you're done. You can do your thing. We want to elevate the other members so we get more sales because, as we know in the past, you can focus on one member of the whole group because then
Yeah.
we're in trouble in a few years.
yeah.
And Nakai Rika
Oh.
is doing well, but she's so frail. She's a princess frail type.
Yep.
And I know it's going to be. I'm not saying going to be trio because I don't know why people like who's currently center.
Okapa.
Thank you.
Okapa.
Yeah.
Takura Moeka.
I'm still having issues with her personality type. But it's like now it's a battle between Kato Minami and Nakai Rika. And Nakai Rika is currently winning because she's in Senbatsu and to showcase some more stuff.
Yeah.
But you're right, Yeo. She'll come back like Harupi with a vengeance and then eventually catch up.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But you wanted something to say, Yeo?
Me?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Um,
Like that show HKT versus
NGT.
NGT.
Yeah.
NGT.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like when they were like how do you do it like this? Because like Katomina and thing, because you know, like they had the side episode thing, like a Tabi Shoujo.
Yeah. Tabe Shoujo, yeah.
Like there were like Katomina and Harupi were talking about it, like, oh, how do I overcome this and stuff. But I couldn't get what she was saying. But like like Harupi was saying, like you will like definitely go over it. Like a few, just support them and you're definitely gonna get it somehow. So I think that's what she said. I'm not sure exactly
Harupi
what
knows
she
it.
said.
Speaking
Yep.
of Harupi, though, she hasn't been there for a while. The rumor is she's been injured on the set of Total Wrestling, hurting her back. So I'm thinking she took a bump, a real bump, or a move, maybe a clothesline that she's really injured right now. But
Well,
I really
I mean,
want to
that's-
hear what's wrong with her. So.
Yeah. Me too. No, I mean, but that's what you get when you put a girl that's so frail, like you could just flick her and she'd fall over, and you put her into a wrestling show. I mean, come on, you know, what were they thinking putting Harupi in there, you know, or a lot of those girls for that matter,
Mhm.
like they don't have the wrestling jobs. But I
Yeah.
get the whole appeal of let's watch, you know, like we were talking about, like girls that can't wrestle to go. But I mean, then what? At the risk of injuring them, that's not fair to the fans that support her, that want to go shake her hand and see her at shows and stuff. You know,
Yeah, she hasn't been on an event in a couple of months now, so
Yeah.
Right.
That's yeah.
that's troublesome.
Mm-hmm.
hopefully she'll come back soon.
Mm.
We're not done yet though with the 47 single talk. We saved the best one for last.
Yeah. Here we go.
This is the
Go
whole
time.
reason. This is the reason to buy this single. The only version. It's am I gonna say it right? Sakamichi.
Takamichi.
Takamichi.
Takamichi AKB.
This song is so good to the ears,
Yep.
and it's
Oh, man.
very great. You know, doing like this stuff like that. Problem with the
Oh.
MV. They look all the same. Everyone looks the same. I can only focus at Hirate Yurina. Because it's so dark, everyone wearing like, you know, they all have black hair and they all wear like this black and green outfits in the
Yeah.
style of Kei Kizaka. and
course.
it's focused on Hirate Yurina in that whole song. Not that there's a problem with that, but man, Hirate Yurina is on a whole new level. This is like she was standing next to Miyawaki Sakura. Um,
Matsui
Masayu
Jurina.
Wow,
Jurina.
this is bad. Even if I forget who Masayu Jurina is. Um,
Wow.
if I'm gonna say it right, from Nogisaka 46. Saito.
Saito
Asuka.
Asuka?
Yeah.
Saito
Yeah,
Asuka.
Yeah, one, and another one from Nogisaka 46.
Hori Miona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was standing there in the center of it, and she was. It felt like she was levitating at one point. She's like the
Mhm.
focus point, like shining. That her aura was so big in that music video. My favorite part in that short version is during the chorus. She goes in front like wings, and then she goes back to the back. And that moment is
It's
like,
amazing.
Yeah.
her facial expression, her body type, her whole presence in that music video is so high. I even forgot. Oh, Okada Nana, you're there. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oops.
right. Yeah.
Kojima Mako is there somewhere in the back. Mion is there. Furata Nao, I believe.
Yeah.
But man, this song is great. This should be the center point of the whole song. It's far
Yeah.
better than any song on that single.
So yeah, to add, I mean, that's so perfectly put, Robin. Here, my only, I have one minor complaint, and it's more from a musical perspective that like when they're in that chorus part and they do this one little like note run, then they go higher, that higher note,
Yeah.
and then they go do 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 do, and then they go higher. It doesn't work.
It's too
flat,
early.
and
It's too early,
yeah.
right?
It feels early, but it also doesn't feel right. It feels like they should have went down. It should have been minor instead of like they try to go major. To me, it didn't. I've listened to this thing 20 something times this week.
Yeah.
It never works for me. Minor complaint.
It felt
Okay.
like they sped it up too fast. You know, in those songs
Yeah.
you have like those EDM songs, like they always go like tune 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 tune
Yeah.
Yeah.
They skipped a part, and then it
Yeah.
feels not right to the ears because you're used to that. It's a minor
Yeah.
complaint. I get it, but I get
It-
this like you could have done that better. But still, it's a great song. I like
No,
it.
yes, song wise, that's the only complaint. Everything else works, but for me, it's Hirate Yurina. It's Yurina all the way. I like the fact that Jurina killed it. I mean, I couldn't get my eyes off her either because Jurina is just so she's ridiculous. Like the girl, I marvel at this girl's ability to multitask. It within let's say I'm gonna be the center for SKE's new single. Oh, I'm gonna lend my bit talents to Sakamichi. Gonna do Tofu wrestling. Gonna basically run house in SKE.
Yeah.
This is why Jurina should be the ace of all things because she can do it all. But what for me, the part that really got me was that part where you said where she did like this like crow thing,
Yeah.
and she just to me. We are seeing the future. We are really seeing the future, and it's Keiya Kisaki 46. I didn't even care about Keiya until like the some majority it didn't. It was good, didn't get me. Futari Saizan, I'm an instant fan, but now with this song, oh my God, can we please have more of a super group type combi that they did with this more often? Can we see Keiya do a lot more shows with AKB and their AKB's bigger shows? Like, how they like AKB used to invite JKT, and yes, JKT in Ferris is a sister group that's like sister group, but let's get Keiya in, man. I mean, they fit well too. They fit well with AKB, I think. Like maybe not so much Nogi does, because Nogi is like such the classic rivalry, but Keiya is kind of like the group you gotta watch out for because I think in a year, AKB may not be on top anymore.
They're really losing it. Yeah.
They're already losing it, and I hate to say that about my beloved AKB, but Keiya is so ridiculous. And Hirate, like Yurina, whatever happens with that girl, my only fear is that they're pushing her too hard. And we talked about that a little bit, Robin.
Yeah.
I really thought about what you said to me earlier this week about that. I don't want her to burn out. I don't want her to get achinitis, where she feels like I don't want to do this anymore. And then we hear graduation in like 3 months because she's on top of the world right now. But when you're at the top, everybody's gunning for you, and that's also where you're the most loneliness.
Right.
That's where your loneliness is there. So
Before I follow up to that rant,
Yes.
Anyone else want to talk about the MV before I go
Yes.
on a tangent?
Nothing much really from my side. I watched the preview and I really liked the MV, but I don't have any complaints about it. So go for jail.
I'll go after your rant, so like
Oh.
to kind of neutralize, kind of thing.
Because we need it. Yep.
All right.
So,
All right. First, on your point that there should be more compilation with Kei Kizaka. No. The thing is, the whole reason Nogizaka was created was to rival AKB, and
Yep.
let's go for a shout out first. I'm friend on the Stage 48 side, Mario World's AKB, has some suggestions
Mario,
about
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And yeah, so on the 46 side, they started out to be the rival group of AKB48. Nowadays, since Nogi has been around for 8 years, I would say. No,
Yeah,
no, no,
something
no,
like
no, 2012. So they started. No,
5
so only
years
5
now?
years. Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah.
How come? Damn you, Nogi Bingo. No, it's then 5 years, of course.
Okay.
And you can see in their growth, they are right now outclassing AKB in every type of song. You know, on their concerts, on their handshake events, on everything side, Nogi is going to climb slower. Granted, they do a lot less compared to AKB side and all their sister groups, so it's still the same on the sales part. But since it's less, it's like AKB does it in quantity, and Nogi does it in quality. And quality on their side is a lot higher. And now on the same side, they do it with Keikizaka, and Keikizaka had their first year is one of the best years for an idol group, I believe. Much to the success of their
Agreed.
sister group Nogizaka. But this whole compilation song, it's great, it's fun. Don't let it happen too often. Don't be like, all right, let's put them in there. But aren't there your rivals? No, let's open the world up. It's you need to keep those separate for AKB48 to see them as a threat as they are. Because if you let them in, they're like, oh, we need boost up sales. Yes, come on, come in. Help us get more CDs.
Oh, so what you're saying is that if they're collaborating, too much together, you take out the competition part. And
Yeah,
if you take a look, if you compare it to CPU-wise between AMD and Intel, for a long time AMD was really down the drain. But with the new Ryzen CPU, they're back on the competition side. And I'm afraid if AKB and Keyakizaka collaborate too much together, the whole competition is gone and there's no innovation, I would say.
Right, so competition's healthy, and I want to hear what Yayo has to say, but basically what you're saying, it's like Game of Thrones. Like, Keiya Kizaki's like the Kailisi of the
Yes.
Westeros world of AKB, and then you have your the people, the other ones, yeah. So okay, I got you. So yes, it's good that she's there, but they're a threat, and they're gonna any moment they're gonna cross over the sea, and boom, it's gonna be trouble. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Right. Now for the second part. So Hirate Yunya, we talked about this.
Yep.
For those who didn't watch, last week on Keyakite Kakanai, they revealed the Senbatsu for the fourth single coming out on 5th of April.
Oh yeah.
And
that was
people
on her
are
face.
saying, "Oh great, yeah, Hirate is back in center
That
again.
look,
They're doing great."
The look on her face though.
That look is the same look Maida had. Is like, you know, at the concert she had a freak out and had to go to a hospital.
Yep.
Remember, I know Hirate Yurina looks like an adult or acts like an adult. She's still 15 years old. This girl is just
so crazy to say that.
starting her life, her career, but she's elevated. She has so much talent, and they're using it. But they're thinking, "Oh, great! Put her center again. She'll make lots of sales. She'll do her best." Of course, she'll do her best. She's going to break down if you keep up like this.
Yep.
And
Now, yeah.
With the MV on AKB48, I watched the behind the scenes, and she's like, oh, she's having so much fun. She had like trouble doing the hand signs. She was laughing. She was enjoying herself. Maybe it was more relaxed because it was working with AKB. But then the pressure going back as well and to be centering again for Kei Kizaka 46, while she has the support of the captains now. Sugai is next to her, and then Moria is in a great spot on the second row, like in the center of all the groups, so she can watch everyone. But being center, and people forget this, being center provides a lot of pressure. You know, you have to do so much. Like your workload is enhanced tenfold.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say because if anybody wants to really understand what it means to be the center of an idol group, just watch AKB48's documentary "No Flower Without Rain."
Yeah.
That is one of the best documentaries I've ever seen of anything in life. But it really kind of showcases how lonely that spot is. And you're right. We forget that this girl is only 15. Not everyone can be a Jarina and just like soar through life like the prodigy that Jarina is. Not everyone has that ability to take pressure like that. Achan was a good example of how pressure caved her hard. And I would say, even though she did great, she still it took an emotional toll. I'm so afraid, like you are, like we're gonna lose like Hirate, and I don't want to, because this girl in Sakamichi made all these experienced vets look inexperienced. She
Exactly.
really did,
Would've
with the exception of
been-
Drina, because Drina's awesome.
It would have
But
been
anyways.
so much better if she would be on the second position and put
Right.
Sugai on the center position. You know, the new
Mhm.
captain
The captains,
has the adult feeling. You know,
or make it a double center with the two captains, I would say. Yeah.
For sure, even. But
yeah, but
Sugai,
then you still
Sugai
have the same
would've killed it.
pressure. You would
Yeah,
still have the
true.
same
Sugai-
pressure as
Sugai-
center.
Yeah, Sagai. I'm sorry. I was gonna say, like, Sagai has the real ability to handle stuff, because when they announced that Senbatsu, I mean, she's the only one out of all of them that didn't have her head down, look like she's about to cut her wrist. Like
Yeah.
she actually was like, yeah, okay, we're gonna make this work. It's gonna be good. I mean, she knows her position.
Yeah.
Whereas Hirate looked like she literally wanted to jump off.
I did laugh when she's doing her speech and then she forgot how to end it, and then Suda was like,
Yeah.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot that one. No, but when Hirate, they were asking her, what do you think about being center again? And her line was, anyways, I'll do my best. And
Yeah.
that's her
Pretty
line.
much.
Toriaizu is like, when you start that doesn't feel like, yes, center again. She's like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
alright, let's do it. And they already shot the music video because they went to Taiwan, and the new outfits, they're like cobalt blue, so I love that color.
Me too.
They're going back to silent majority type-esque, I would say.
Yeah.
I just really hope, really hope they don't break her. I'm saying this now, if you're gonna make the 5th single, no Hirate Yurina Center.
Exactly.
Mhm.
There was a time, and it's a weird comparison because Ikamarina wasn't a great center for Nogisaka 46, but that moment, Nogisaka 46, they had a Senbatsu, and Hirate of Ikamarina wasn't the center. What happened? Can anyone remember what happened?
She literally faded.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
She went, boom, boom. And then it's like, oh my god, she fainted, is she alright? And then moments later, she's like going to park, like, yes!
Good point.
That's the sign of relief. And it's great to be center. Not 4
All the
times in a
time.
row.
Yeah.
3 times. Trilogy, perfect, fine. Put her in another position. No. We gotta do it 4. Let's see how far until she breaks. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really hope, if she makes it, I commend them, and then she'll be like, if she makes this one work, and she's fine, and she'll do it again, I'm gonna say it. She's the best right now. She's even higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that music video, she was shining higher than Jurina and Sakura. I wouldn't say compare it to Sashi, because Sashi workload is even 20 times fold harder than.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
so crazy now.
But Sashi's also an adult.
That's true.
Yeah, if
You know,
you put
so-
Sashi in that age, I didn't think Sashi's like, oh shit, no.
Exactly.
Well, at that age, she was having scandals. So I mean,
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's pressure.
she was busy getting her groove on a different way.
But to
Yeah.
follow up, I watched the newest Keakite Katanai, and they were doing blog posts. And the funny thing is, they went to Hirata Yurina. What are her most blog posts are about? Detailing music videos to the seconds. Like, I like this part when this and this happened, and they showcase when their part happened. And she's like dissecting this whole music video, kind of like we are. And it's like, if you're blogging about that, either you are a workhorse, or I have no clue. It's like you don't have time to do anything else. But who knows? But I really hope that she will be okay, because right now she is so strong. This is the strongest member I have seen in a long time.
Yep.
In years, man, easily.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say, Yayo?
Your
Let's
turn,
hear your
Yayo.
neutralizing response.
You basically said it, so I'm just saying at the back of the video, like all their lineups are awesome, but like the 4-day on the like they call that the transition of the video is awesome, and like you can clearly see like Sugai, like you as you were saying, like on the Kea single, like Moria in the back, like you can clearly see like Sugai is supporting everyone else's. Like you could totally feel the captain position at the back, like because like you see what do you call that Sugai in the back, and you have Mako on her left, and like what's Yu on her right. It's like as soon as I'm like, whoa! Like you can clearly see, like there's no fallen lines at all. Like
position is like it's a very. I think the song is this all about. They showed like the kaleidoscope when everybody's in there. That's how the group is fit. It's a perfect group because everyone is a strong member, but every position is meant for them. They're all pillars, and it's like this giant pillar building that you can't knock down.
Yeah.
No.
Like Sugai is just way too strong in the back. Like you can, even though like you see Hirate at the front, as soon as Hirate goes down, you see freaking Sugai like center like of the attention.
Like see the
like,
with
whoa! So like you basically have a double center, but not intentional. I'm like, that's pretty freaking sick for a formation.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. So if Hirate falls, then you have the pillar Sugai in the back holding it together. Yeah. That's that's a beautiful way to say that actually.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Like double, like it's an unintentional center, but like when like one position like the crow part, like you can clearly see like Hirate and like Sugai supporting her. I'm like, whoa, that's insane.
So, my favorite part in the whole thing.
Just gotta say, minor point. The other members, the strong people in AKB48, they're there.
Right.
That's my problem. But I want to see the full version on this. Maybe they'll showcase it different light, and then it's like, oh, there is this one, that one, that one, that one. But this MV or this song is the reason you should buy this single.
Yep.
Yes.
That's the only reason.
Type E, boys.
Type E. All right. You know what? I'm in a ranty mood. Let's go further into a rant. We had a graduation announcement, 2 actually, big ones. First one I'm going to talk about the JKT48 big one. The only one I know in JKT48 is Jessica Veranda. That was that's their Achan, right? That's their number one.
Pretty much. That's pretty much.
I think like the past 3 singles or something, she's been the ace. It's like. Or something like that. Yeah, JKT lost another pillar. They're going downhill. Haruka Nakagawa left. Jessica left. I mean, there's one other big one that left. I mean, it's wide open for JKT to have a reinvention of their own. But again, since we don't really stay that much in their world and everything, I'm still waiting for like a JKT original album.
Exactly.
Like, when's it coming? I mean, could they stop just redoing AKB songs? Like, it's cool, but why not? Let's just give them their own thing. They have such a tremendous talent in that group. Anytime I've watched Jessica, it's like my eyes. It's like you cannot not get your eyes off this girl.
Yeah.
And Haruka Nakagawa was, she was great, fun, a nice little transplant from AKB world. But it's just like they have the potential to be their own entity and not do the wrong thing like China's 48 group did, but actually do their own thing. And they really should think about, like, AK should think about the fact that, like, when you have Bangkok 48 that looks like it's about to actually really happen, why not give these other groups more of their own identity so that they have a reason to, how do I put it, to be part of AKB48's larger universe and give us more competition? Like be another Kea, be another Nogi in a way, but in a healthy way, of course.
SNH,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, they did a little too good. They went off and did their own thing.
They went off the book. So
they're still doing it.
Sure did. Yep.
Horrible. They're horrible. I no offense to those girls because they all seem cool, but that management sucks. And shame on them, and shame on anybody that thought that was a good idea. I'm so peeved. Well, that's a whole other story. We'll save that for
now. I don't follow too much of JKT because Indonesian, not to try and race it at all, but Indonesian sounds weird to me because there are a lot of Dutch words combined into them and then combined with English and then Indonesian, Weird songs, and I hear the AKB beat, and I'm thinking about Japanese, and then it's this whole language
Just
barrier.
too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
Well, but-
follow.
Here's one thing though, and this is one of the main reasons why I for a while I was like really into JKT. Well, two things. One, when AKB went over and did like the joint concert with
That was
them,
fun.
it was really adorable when they all met and they were all like just trying to share culture. That's what this world needs, is stuff like that. So when I saw that, it was like instant goosebumps to watch these girls finally be cool with each other, you know? Not that they were ever not cool, but you know what I mean? Like they actually could talk. And then the second thing, I saw a YouTube video. It's since been taken out. I can't find it. So if any of you find it, let me know. But it was some of the JKT girls. They were in like a cafe or something, and I think it was for their fans, and they were doing acoustic versions of their
nice.
songs. And you want to talk about talent? Some of these girls, like their voices, I mean,
They're strong.
next level stuff. So to the girls in JKT48, to all your fans that support JKT, you are very blessed and lucky to have a group like that. And I just hope someday they'll finally tell AKS, hey, why don't we do our own thing? Maybe, you know, let's give something back to Jakarta. You know,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Also, is it speaking of things, like does Indonesia still have the same president? Because that president was like so into JKT, like he actually goes to the shows with bodyguards.
That's right. Oh, I don't know if he'll go anymore because I think he really liked Jessica. I don't think it's gonna happen anymore.
Like the leader of the Indonesia is like, oh yeah, let's go to the concert because it's my day off, along with
No.
my bodyguards here.
I want to live in a country where my president goes to an AKB show. How cool would that be? Seriously, good for him.
I think it was 2014, or he was governor.
He's governor, yeah.
Actually, governor. I thought he was the main guy.
He was he was the 7th president of the country, and from 2012 to 2014 he was a governor of Jakarta.
Mm-mm.
Yoko
It's-
Widodo.
Yeah, it's amazing, man.
Maybe I'm talking about the wrong guy. I don't know. Just using
No,
Google.
I think you're right. I can't. It was in JKT. Like I was really into them around 2015. 2014. I was like really all about them because they just blew me away with their singing.
The president, though. It's like, hey,
Yeah,
that's
true.
hey, what if that happens with MNL? I don't know.
That'd be great. Hey, that wouldn't be a bad thing. MNL 48, if that ever happens, I think MNL is gonna be another Taipei 48. I'm sorry to say, but
probably.
it's
Yeah.
just it's a myth.
It's
So
a
anyway.
bit right now, but like they're trying their best, kind of thing. So I'm like, so are
Well,
they
I-
actually doing this? So
I think what happened there though is that like AKS has just kind of skipped over these groups and now they're just focusing on STU 48. You know, because it's like, or as Haru Hika
Vote
said,
48.
Vote 48.
Oh god.
hey, at least they have 2 songs already for like the STU. Like they have New Ship, Itsuka Umiemi. So like you
Lonely
already
Island.
have 2 shows.
Lonely Island, right? Yeah.
Row your boat.
I'm on vote.
Horrible. No, but not to get off track, but yeah, it's really not cool. Jessica, come on, man.
All right, and the other graduation of
Ugh.
the week. All
Oh,
right,
here we
so
go.
I'm gonna set you a premise how this happened. So this was on Friday, I think so. Yeah. So it was Friday here. What happened at my home? My heater that was being replaced. So there was a guy here, and it's like, this is gonna take all day. It's like, all right, I'm gonna watch this show. Don't be weirded out about the noises you hear. So put the show on the stage. Team 4, I'm having fun. Yeah, Team 4, and then he's like, oh, the songs. At one point, the guy is whistling one of the songs unconsciously.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, ha, gotcha.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And then they always go to that, and I hate the ending because every time they go like "se no" and someone says "chotto mate," and I know
Yeah,
it's like,
there you go.
"Don't you do it, don't you do it," and it was Okada Hika, and she's saying "Watashi Okada Hika AKB48 Soshigo shimasu." Why? I yelled
Yeah.
hard,
Yeah.
like I swear I was angry. I'm like, and then her reasoning of it. She has been in the group, and people underestimate this. She's 13 Gen, but she has been with the group for 6 years.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 years. And she's looking at this, 14 gen, 15 gen, 16 gen coming up, all the drafts, everything coming up, and she doesn't feel right with her position. Ever since So Sankyo, the documentary we saw, it's heartbreaking as well, with her dad and all stuff like that. She's like, I can't go. I'm not happy with the position I am with this in AKB48, so I'm gonna try it on my own. And she thinks I can do an AKB48, see if I can succeed for myself with my own name. And I like that. If she just would have waited after So Sankyo, I would have think
Yeah.
she's gone way up on her ranking after all her attention with the documentary stuff with her side. Every time she's on Team 4, I love it when she's looking weirdly, like when Iwatani Saho does her catchphrase. She's always
Yeah,
angrily.
so
and,
funny.
and she has this personality. And I know she was in the back and shadows. There's a lot of powerhouse in Team 4. It's very hard to get noticed. But if she just would have waited a little longer, it would have been a lot better. I'm sad. I'm really sad to see her go. It's like, why? Just why?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she, like, that documentary made me know who she was. I was very happy of it, but I was sad at the same time that the reason why I know her is because her father died, and she had to go through that, and like, for me, probably one of the most touching moments in my fandom as AKB was watching that little segment with the empty chair, for her father.
Mm.
Why did she have to leave? Like her story. I'm not saying you need to have tragedy to be interesting as an idol. You don't. And in fact, I don't want you to have tragedy because it breaks my heart. But it's like her story is exactly one of the reasons why we support idols. We want to see them grow from personal loss, from overcoming something, a hardship. And I'm not looking at what happened to her as this object of interest for her. I wish she never had it. Honestly, I mean, I don't wish anyone to lose their parents, but the fact that she did, and she still stuck around AKB, she was performing the night, I think, of her father's passing. It's a great story. It's something that I can get behind, I can support. And then for her to announce graduation was like, what else is going on with this girl? Maybe it's just more of a personal thing inside. I mean, again, she's also somewhat young, I believe, yeah. And it's like she needs to figure herself out. And I think it's going to be harder to do that when you're in a group that's so big as AKB and you feel probably so lost.
Yeah.
And then you don't have a dad to go home to anymore that's supporting and rooting. I'm not saying her mom doesn't, but I'm saying like her main cheerleader was her father and she lost him. So if you don't have that support in AKB, which she had Michan. I mean, Michan was her very, very close friend. I mean, Michan even went to, her father's funeral and was there and supported her and just encouraged her, stay in AKB. You'll have a home. Something got disconnected there. Something, she strayed, and maybe she just felt like, what, I'm too afloat here.
She's fighting her
I can't do
demons.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I commend her for doing what she felt she needed to do was right. But I agree with you, Robin. Like, if she had stayed around, I think she would have made it deep into the Sasankyo. I think everybody wants to support somebody that's gone through that. And she's still out there trying to make me happy and make me smile when she has dealt with a devastating loss like she did. I commend anyone that can do that. Absolutely. So that's why a part of me really, really did not want to see that, and it broke my heart. It crushed me, honestly. I didn't even want to even talk about it today because it was like, it's too hard to know that this girl had such a bright future in AKB and she didn't see it.
I do like the fact when she announced it, then Takashi Julie was, turning the mood a little lighter, and she's like saying, remember this though, every time a member graduates, it's not the end of the world. They are going, if they're going to stay in the entertainment business, you can still follow them and support them. So definitely, I will outside follow Okada Ayaka's actions,
Me
and
too.
hopefully
Yeah,
she'll
same
get a
here.
lot, get a lot more attention. Maybe her own single because she has a good voice. Maybe a few modeling shoots. I don't know. It still sucks though. I really, that's the whole reason I'm a bit angry on that side. It's like, if she would have waited, if she would have handled So Sankyo this year, maybe the pressure of handling So Sankyo and ranking too low doesn't help. Maybe she feared that feeling, but I would believe she would have at least made Undergirls. That's how strong I would believe. She
Without question.
Without
Without
a doubt.
question.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
There's no reason why she wouldn't have. And also, too, you have to think again. We know her. A whole documentary was basically given to her, and we're not just talking like one of like a small. This was nationwide in Japan.
Yep.
And like everybody knows this girl's story now, and it's like, why wouldn't the world of Japan? Why wouldn't they support this girl? You know, and she needs it. I mean, this is a young girl who lost her parent, and not just any parent. She loved her father.
Yeah.
They had a good relationship. He's the reason she went into AKB. I mean, for no reason, she should have just kept doing it for him. But maybe she felt she did enough. And you know what? I don't judge her either way. I think whatever she did is what she did. I agree with you, Robin. It was just heart wrenching.
Too
Worse
soon.
than seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just too soon. Exactly. Too soon.
And always to add to the sadness, we have on the side Chiba-eri just facing another loss because she lost Nishinomiki as well, and now Okada.
Yeah.
Nozawa
Oh,
Reina was just
jeez.
holding her like very comfortably, like motherly. It just sucks for this girl, and
Also, Yuri too. Like Yuri,
Yeah.
Saho,
Yeah,
like
the same
all her
generation.
mates.
their 13th gen is falling apart, man. It's
Decimated, man. You know, there's only one thing to say: 16 gen, baby, because they're gonna save us.
yeah, still sad.
Sad, no.
Exactly.
Okay, well, speaking of Team 4 then, Nozawa Reina has also some fun news. Was afraid though she was going to announce graduation, and then I
Me
would have,
too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what money I would have gotten, but I would have flown to Japan this time saying no.
Yeah.
But she announced she has been entered into a university, and not a tiny fact for
Not
that.
just any.
Waseda University, right?
Waseda. Yeah.
Yeah.
Waseda.
That's a pretty big university. I did laugh hard though. There's apparently a member on the Unko site on the Facebook page who's like a teacher there, I believe, or he does some teaching. So he's like, she's my kohai. What? Like, oh, God. I'm gonna give lessons to her. It's like, oh,
Oh dear.
that's
Small
gonna be
world
fun.
Japan is.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, but I'm wondering though. Well, her workload wasn't that big, but that's what people underestimate about her, because she's like everybody's saying she's underdog, and mostly international fans know her right now. She is actually a very intelligent person, but
Yes.
she keeps it all to herself in her mind and theorize it. And when she thinks about other stuff, she's like puts it off, and she's like, I'm just here, ditzy, little jokey there, and make weird comments, and people laugh. That's her style. But she's very smart individual, and yeah, she's gonna study. Maybe a little less work for her. Not that she didn't have any more work, but hopefully it will work out, and they get a degree, and she wants to go into reporting, and we'll see her then. Good for her.
What's up, Yayo?
Speaking of schools and stuff, Komari, she graduated college too.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh,
yesterday.
congratulations.
Oh, congrats! Awesome.
For those who
Sorry.
don't know,
So,
Because, like,
Nakamura Marco.
Graduation
I knew
by
it.
the way.
Because of graduation announcement for a university. Totally Komari. So
Oh man.
okay, quickly then before we wrap things up. So yeah, some suggestions what we want to talk about. So we talked about Nakata Chisato graduation, and now Yukarin is the oldest member among the group. So soon
Wow.
coming up
Wow.
is the third Gen 10 anniversary stage. Do you think Yukarin is going to announce graduation, since she has issues with her age, of course? Do you think
Oh,
she's
man.
like saying, "All right, I'm done"?
Mhm. No, she's gonna wait till Sasenkyo.
yeah.
I think all the old guard are waiting. I think they're just gonna see how they do and see who gets the top spot. And Yukirin has every reason to redeem herself from last year's horrible entrance point for her. And you know what I mean. Like, so, I don't see it. But if she does, that would be the place to do it.
All right. Okay. Do we have any recommendations for next week? For the week coming up? Shows, TV shows, stages.
for me, Nemusu, because like the military episode.
Oh, right,
is
yeah.
showing.
That's next Sunday, yeah.
Yeah,
That'll be
that's
fun.
what.
Mhm.
That should be interesting, yeah. That was actually
If you haven't a chance to watch it, the Shonichi of the new stage came up.
Oh, Minerva, yeah.
Minerva is pretty fun. It looks like all the members are very, very high tension, And Nakanishi Chiori is there as well.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I killed Yeo. Okay.
Why are you laughing so much, Ian? What are you thinking about Chiori doing something?
Well, Chiori does
yeah.
something actually.
Yep.
She performs "You May They Kiss Me."
Oh,
The thing is, she
God.
was so nervous, and she like her. Compared to Sakura, it's very off tune, but it's very fun to watch, and the crowd is like chanting Chiori, and she's like getting more nervous, and then all of a sudden, Okada Nana, Komiyama Haruka,
Yeah.
Mogi Shinobu, let's see who else. Kojimako was that there as well?
No,
No.
Kojimaka was not in the stage.
There were two more members. I'm forgetting their names currently, but they came out as Wotas. You know, they had
Yeah.
the lights.
Oh,
They had
God.
bands, they had t-shirts, and they're going crazy, like yeah,
Oh.
going on the backside. And then all of a sudden, Chiori does the kiss to her, and they're going like oh, they're just going on the stage.
I gotta see it.
It's so great.
didn't see
It's
it.
so much fun. So that's a recommendation to watch, and I believe they'll
There
perform
you go.
this several because this is the new stage that's replacing
It's a new stage,
the stage that ended today. I believe that was the.
Yeah, Donaru.
Yeah.
So Donaru is something.
I
Like
gotta watch that one because that one gave my love for Fujita Nana as well, and Okada Nana performing Bird with Murayama Yuri. Perfect. So I want to see that one again. Shows, all the usual shows coming up. Do we have any stages? Anything special coming
Bingo,
up?
yeah.
There's nothing
Bingo.
special right now going on, I believe.
I mean, I think there's some free concerts being given because of 311, in Japan. So, but I don't know if those will be, showcast or anything. I think NMB's doing one.
Yeah.
So,
He's doing one. Yeah.
Shoot
They're
Sign's
doing
coming out, right?
I think so.
yeah,
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's it on the 15th. So
The
that's
next
15.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
It usually comes out like the full MVs comes out on Saturdays on my time, which is Sunday Japan time. So
Mm.
like next week there's full MVs.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, basically those are the recommendations to watch for the next week. We gotta give a shout out though.
Yep.
Of course we did the already on stage 48, and well we have competition now, and that's pretty fun. And I recommend competition. It's always fun to watch. I listened to the first episode of the HaruJuu-ku
HaruJuu-ku. Yeah.
podcast.
Hika. Yeah,
HaruJuu-ku.
yeah, Harajuku Park.
And it's an interesting take on the way they do things. It's a lot more edited, and I commend them for that because I can't do that for whatever. Their style is interesting. It's very easy to watch, to listen to as well. And like I said, to watch is the visual aid they do. So if you don't know what they're talking about, they put it on the screen. Go have watch. We'll put that link down below. And yeah, I'm waiting for episode 2 to come
Yeah,
out.
I want to commend them. I think it's great what they've done. You girls are awesome, and I hope you'll just keep growing with what you're doing. We need more international community
Exactly.
talks because I need more stuff to listen to. And also, you guys were point on, I think, with everything, and it was fun to like hear you guys talk, and like you're very funny. So congratulations on your first one. Your Shonichi. So very, very happy for you. Beautiful, beautiful job.
8.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
As usual, just go check us out on Twitter at RageBally, at DXTakamina. Don't type that in Yeho. I see the 8888.
I know. I see. I do. You just did.
Go
You just
to
did.
UKN48 Yeho. Derek, you have something up, right, on your side?
Yep.
Yeah, so this one actually is going to take me like 3 months, but I have a top 10 most underrated members list, which actually, weirdly enough, Haru, Hika, we were talking with comments, and she like said so much of what I'm gonna say, so it's weird. Like great minds think alike, I guess. But it's one of those things. I'm almost done. I'm literally on my last 2 entries, and I actually went a little bit more in depth than I thought I was going to. But duh to me, so of course it's gonna be in depth. It's just I want to preface it by saying I'm really proud of this one because I did a lot of research for some of these girls, and I think I have a really great list of underrated members. It's a trip down memory lane for sure because I decided to include past members as well as present.
Cool.
But I hope all of you enjoy it. It'll be up probably before our next podcast.
Cool. So go to derekvasconi.com for that.
Yes.
I
Thank you.
know I will, so I will read that
Same here.
eventually. With that though, this was 48 Talk for this week, and we'll see you next week then. Bye everybody.
Cho.
Bye bye. Ciao.
A shout out, Joe.
Nothing? Really?
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.